Hey guys, Antonio here with some more Thinking Fast and Slow by Daniel Kahneman. Today we're going to be talking about chapter 32 on keeping score. So, they start off talking about mental accounts. So, the way you view a situation, the way you see a situation. This tends to happen when people are thinking about what happened with them and another person in a certain situation, or what has happened in their entire relationship between them their entire time. Think a husband and wife, for instance. What happens is we always think about this through a narrow frame. We never really think about it through a broad frame. So we tend to think about it through the last few things that happen, or the things that matter the most to us, rather than what happened all over the entire time of the relationship between the two people. So there's this thing called the Disposition Effect in selling in stocks, and what happens is people tend to sell winners rather than sell the losers, simply because they think that since a winner is winning now, it is going to lose at some point in time. So they sell the winner rather than looking at what you actually base it off of, which is how they're going to do in the future. If they're going to do well in the future, then you want to keep the winners and sell the losers. But what their current state is doesn't really affect what the future of the stock is going to be, and that's what you're doing in stocks, is you're selling or buying for things that are happening in the future to make money. So if you're ever selling or sharing stocks, keep that, or selling or buying stocks, keep that into consideration. Now there's this other thing called the sunk cost fallacy, and it's basically when you add money to something that is already losing, or you have an investment and you're trying to make it grow even more even though it's losing. It's basically the idea that you don't want to give up on something simply because you're afraid that you're going to feel regret. And regret here is just an emotion that we use to punish ourselves with, to feel bad about something. Since we're loss-averse people, we're thinking that the thing that we have, maybe it isn't so bad after all. Maybe I should stay at this job even longer, even though I know I hate it and I've been here for 3 years. Or maybe I should stay married to this person because, I've already put so much money and time into this relationship that, it might as well work at some point. But if it's really broken and the stock that you have is really going downhill, then sell it. Don't keep it, kind of thing. That's a sunk cost fallacy. Leave that job if that's what you really think. Just because you put the time and the money doesn't mean that necessarily you're going to feel that much regret. And as we've come to learn, is that people actually imagine more regret than they're actually going to face and feel when they go through that barrier. So when you start thinking about regret, it'll really affect your decision to become more loss averse. And that actually is where the regret comes from, is because we are loss averse as people. So you want to prevent yourself from feeling regret, and try to realize that even though you're going to feel regret, it's probably not going to be as big as it usually is. All these chapters constantly are between using System 2 to overcome the fallacies that System 1 has that might be causing you problems in your daily life. So this is just another example of that. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video on keeping score. Please leave me a thumbs up if you really enjoyed it. I'm going to leave a link in the description down below for you to purchase a copy of Thinking Fast and Slow. And as always, guys, subscribe and have a wonderful day.